twofold deal. And so now we have the table. Actually, the table is actually a pretty sweet deal.
Yeah.
Where'd you? Ryan Schaub, grade A carpenter, on his own schedule. Just to be clear, on his own schedule. So I had to publicly shame him with a video of my daughter calling him out on Facebook about not getting the table to us because he kept promising he was going to bring us up or we would come pick it up. It just never happened. But this table actually, I mean, considering what it came from, which was what, rough cut cedar chunks? Like, what was that?
Aromatic cedar from West Alabama, a town called York, on some property that I guess.
How did you come across this cedar? Because it's kind of sketchy. You're like, well, this old man I used to know, like, did he?
So my dad knows a guy who lives in West Alabama, in Livingston, Alabama, York. Owns a sawmill. Put a sawmill in the ground out there, and is able to rough cut lumber and sells it and does all that stuff. Well, he got hooked up with him through turkey hunting and various other ways, but basically came to him and said, "Hey, I've got a bunch of this cedar that I had left over from I guess somebody that ordered a bunch of lumber, cedar, and he cut it to size for him. And this was all the trimmings, so 4 to 6 foot pieces that came off of that, and through 7 ways, I guess the Kevin Bacon
6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
My dad knew this guy who
had a friend, had a truck full of lumber.
So myself, my 2 kids, and Courtney, my wife, were traveling down to Hattiesburg to a birthday party for her sister, and he calls me up and said, "Hey man, I'm about to get rid of this lumber." He said, "You better tell your dad to come pick it up." I said, "Well, matter of fact, I'm driving through. I'm going to pick it up." It filled up the whole truck bed. Long story short, beautiful, beautiful aromatic cedar. Smells great.
It didn't start out like this.
No, it didn't.
It looked like some dumpy old logs.
Oh.
And he knew, like, I've never planed any wood or knew what was hiding under the crusty logs. And we got to know our friend who is he's a big deal carpenter, I guess, in Fairhope. Does houses and people have him make custom tables and shit. So he planed this off for us. And Evan had a 5-finger discount at his trash pile at his work and found a old desk frame that we sanded down and put all this together on. So we were able to find a base for the tabletop. And then you and I did some. What did we put on this? Some triple polycoat something.
Yeah, lacquer and polycoat. No, basically just get a good seal. But I guess what we're getting at is this is the staple of the studio. This is probably the one beautiful thing we have in our studio is this beautiful cedar. Live edge table.
I know it looks like we're in the Taken basement where all the girls are tortured. That's not where we're at. Evan is not torturing anybody in this room, at least that I know about. There are no blood splatters on the floor, but
the table turned out nice.
Oh yeah. So by the way, the studio is not done, but we felt like if we didn't get a podcast and just get it rolling, I felt like it would light a fire under us to keep moving.